Hello, this is Tom Sillis, CEO of WeCrow.com. The title of this video is Why Do Most Startups Fail? Get the scoop. Okay, there's a lot of reasons why startups fail, okay? A lot of them don't follow I call them follow the rules. There are certain rules or good practices, should I say, that you have to follow. Sorry about that. That's the problem of using a phone to record this. But if you don't follow the rules, you're going to find, very high risk of failure. Now, the most important thing is if you're starting a business, obviously, because we're talking about startups here, the biggest issue is not using the lean startup method. And that entails you go out there and before you say create an app, let's assume you're going to be creating an app for your business, like my business requires an app and a website, okay? Before you even write that first line of code, okay, you got to know you have customers. I mean, the best way to start a business is to start it manually, and I really mean that. You get a piece of paper, you ask certain questions, you go out to a mall or something, ask me, hey, you got 2 minutes, I'll give you a couple bucks to buy lunch with, can I ask you a few questions? And then ask the person, show them what your idea is and say, would you pay for that right now? Would you buy that today if you had the money? And then you'll find out very quickly, maybe, I don't know, like that. You want to find out. And then you say, well, what would you think would make it where you'd buy it? What's the, because really you got to find a problem. The situation is you got to find a problem out there and solve it. If you're not solving a problem, you don't have a business. It's that simple, okay? And you got to solve the problem in a way that the customers are willing to open up their wallet and buy it right away. That's going to be your indicator how fast they say, I'll buy that right now if you have that business. It's like you're asking the customer, if I had that right now, would you buy it? Yeah, I'm ready to buy that. They may even give you ideas how to fix it. People, you'd be amazed how people get excited about stupid stuff like that. So that's the first phase, okay? Getting the customers to pay you, to buy the product before you even do it. And if the guy says to you, look, if you can do that, can you, you can sell it manually. Maybe the guy's gonna say, look, I'll write you a check right now if you come to my house and install the thing. And I did that before. When I was at Home Depot, I was selling, I was in there selling leads, getting leads for HVAC company, okay? So, but the thing, the stuff in one of the stores that I was working at, because I rotated stores, they had the HVAC equipment was way in the back. They had the bathroom remodeling they were doing. I had to go to a different area of the store. And then I got to the point where, there was nobody back there. They were all in the front. They're looking at the portable air cons. So I stood by there, and I learned everything about it. I answered the questions. And I had a lady buy it, and then she said, okay, do you know somebody that can install it? I said, I can do that. And I went there, because I was doing handyman work before. I went there, and I installed it for her. Okay, you see, she paid me. I had the Square app on my phone. I pull up my phone, I do the Square app. She types in her credit card number, and Yahoo, I got the money. Okay, and I went that night. I put the thing in my car. She bought it. I walk out. I take it out to my car, I put it in my car, next day I go install it. Okay, she was very happy. $165 I charged. It was an hour away, but and I got a helper that came with me. I paid him $50 and I installed this stupid thing. And then I've had other people, I did bathroom remodels. I had a friend of mine that was a bathroom remodeler, and I got him a lot of business. I'd actually show them the stuff in the Home Depot. Here's the shower, here's this, here's that. They pick the tile, they pick everything. I jot it down, and I give them a proposal because I had the pricing right there. And we got the measurements. We had to have somebody go measure it. And I told her, I estimated it based on what she told me because she had the dimensions of the bath. And she was looking for stuff she was looking at in the area where the showers were. She liked that, so I sold all that stuff to her, and I made money. I made a nice commission. I made she spent about almost $20,000 on the remodel, and I made $2,000. My friend gave me $2,000. So, you see, there's money out there, and you know, I could have been a handyman. I could have been a handyman at that point. You could consider me a handyman because I did install. I got my friend to install the bathroom, and they were very happy with the job. The person wanted to give me a tip. I said, no, you don't have to do that. And they were happy. They had me over for dinner. You know, we were talking about, you know, about different stuff, you know, and what they did for work and all that. So yeah, this can happen. Now, let me get to another area here. Once you got your idea going and you got people willing to pay for it, now you gotta, when you start the business, you're gonna build your app. Okay, you're gonna get your app. You're gonna try to find people that'll do it cheaper. You could go through a freelancer site and do it in. It'll be done in probably in India, Pakistan. You know, the quality's not gonna be as good. But if they actually do the work and if you do, you know, make sure you really spell out what they need to do for that. Now, the only downside is when they write the app, they're going to create their own product and they're going to try to sell it. They'll create a website and they'll be selling that product to other people. That's what they're going to do. That's the downside of that. Unless you're a programmer yourself, you know, you're going to have to, you know, that's what can happen. So. But you know, maybe not so bad. You know, as long as you don't have to pay that much for it. If you only pay a couple thousand, $3,000-$4,000, that's worth it. You got the app, you got the website, everything is the same, and you know maybe it's going to be a mobile website, and then you create an app out of that, which costs you not even a couple hundred. There are people on Fiverr, they'll do it for you. They'll build an app around your website, and then that way you only have to do it once. You have the guy make sure it's mobile friendly. You test it out very thoroughly that you can fit it on a phone, and that's it. I mean, you know, you can manually create an app just temporarily. The website, you put a link, it'll become like an app on your phone. It'll be like a link to your website. That's how you can test it to make sure it fits inside the phone and the fonts aren't too small. You know, you may have to have them make those fonts bigger for mobile. They may do separate pages. I don't, you know, that depends. But that's the next step. Okay, you got your minimum viable product out and ready to go. Now you're going to have to figure out how to market it. Okay, now as you build this thing, you want to automate as much as you can. You probably won't be doing that right away. You want to first get revenue coming in so you can see if this is going to work. Then you start looking for investors after you get some traction. You know, let's say you sell 500 customers or 100 customers. Now you're ready to start saying, okay, I'm ready to scale this thing up. I need investors so I can rewrite the software to handle millions of people. Okay, so you know, because the more you automate the thing, every task that's done, you know, like there's going to be stuff like in my case, we have to automate. You know, we download pricing. You know, and you know, yeah. So you know, we automate the pricing. For example, we have to download the pricing if we're dealing like with Kroger. We do food delivery. Okay, we use Kroger. They have an API. We have to automate it. So every day we download the pricing, their prices for the groceries for the different stores, and then we put them in our we store them in our database, and then we show them on the, you know, with the pictures on the website. Okay, and the customers can click through the different categories of groceries, and they click and buy. They add it to their cart, and we pick it up. We have it picked up curbside by our delivery guys and delivered to their home, and they make good money because they're happier. They don't have to go in there and shop the products. They're already picked by the workers at Kroger, which is a lot better. So we only do Kroger. The other ones don't do it. We don't do that with Walmart. I don't think it does that. We're going to look at that for the future, but you know, they're harder to become, you know, use their API. So that comes in the future. Now, once you got that going, here's the couple things you got to remember. You know, these are the things you got to do. These are the tasks you got to do. But here's the main thing: you got to prepare your mind for this. Okay, if you think you're going to be, you know, hanging out with family all day, every night, watching TV shows, Monday Night Football, and all that, you got a little problem there. You got to turn off your TV. I mean, I said that in one of my other videos. You got to turn that TV off, and you got to focus. You got to get rid of all your distractions, and you're going to be focusing the first year. No days off, no time off. 7 days a week, you're going to be focusing on this business, on your business. Okay, if you don't do that, you're not going to succeed. I promise you. Okay, Now, the next step is you got to become, you know, uh, okay. I can't focus enough on the getting rid of distractions. But anyway, now the next step is you got to become an expert in your field. Really, you got to study your competitors. You got to figure out how to beat them by doing more for your customers. You'll be amazed. Just a little tweak more, better customer service. You're going to do one thing like what we do that's different. Okay, I'm going to explain to you, give you an idea. Okay, what we're doing that's different. In my business, we're selling home services. Okay, it's like a product. We basically pre-price the product. We have the customer comes to our site. They find the product. They read what comes with it. They go pick out their stuff they want to buy at the store. They have it. We can pick it up from their store that they bought it at, and then we bring it to the home and install it. Okay. Now, when the customer goes to our site, they've picked the product. They see a list of appointments. They pick the appointment, and it has a price there because some people charge a little bit more, some less. They pick the price and they book it. They pay for it. Done. In 2 minutes, the customer is done. Now, tell me that's not cool. Nobody else is doing that. Everyone else, what they're doing is they're selling leads. Okay, and I sat there and I did talk to service providers and say, what if I did this? Would it make it easier for you? Oh yeah, if you had a thing like that, I'd join you in a heartbeat. Sign me up. They go, and that's what was happening. Service provider after service provider, I must have talked to over 100 of them, and I'd say 90 of them said, yeah, you're damn straight. I'd come to you. If you start that business, I'll definitely join you. And then I had the customers. Same thing. Oh, that's nice. You're saving a lot of time. I don't have to sit there and have to get quotes and have to deal with 20, 30 service providers calling me with the lead generation companies. They're brutal. I just want to have, take the job, book the job, get it done, make sure they're certified. If you tell me that they're certified and you do a good job and you show me testimonials, I'll buy from you. Definitely. I'm ready to. If you had that service today, I would order. I need to have some pictures hung on my wall. I'd order that service. I started doing that manually. I was out there doing stuff like that manually for them. Okay, because the customer would talk to me, and they actually had stuff to do at home, and they'd actually order the service. That's how I got my first 5 customers. So you see, that's how you do things with whatever you're selling. You could do the same thing. Our competitors aren't doing that. They're not, they're not giving the level of customer service that we're giving. Okay, make it easy for the customer to buy, make it nicer, and then we do the nice thing. If they spend $500 with us, I buy them a pizza. It's a pain in the ass, but you know what? That's the little touch. I had a pizza guy deliver a pizza to them. Oh, that's from Wecro. Wecro, you did it. He was happy with you guys. You were a good customer. He wanted to make it right for you, and he bought you a pizza. He wanted to thank you for like that. I put a note with it, and the customers loved it. I mean, they told the whole neighborhood about it, especially when I did the door hangers. Oh my God, I put door hangers on 300 homes in the neighborhood. Before you know it, I had 50 customers out of that neighborhood. Okay, so it didn't happen maybe right away, but with a week later, 2 weeks later, I'd be busy the whole time. And after about 3 times of doing the door hangers, 300 door hangers at a time, I had more business. I kept getting more referrals and more referrals because we were doing a good job out there. By the time the year was over, I had 40 handymen. I actually sold that business to a larger company that they have handyman business all over it was actually now part of Mr. Handy. Okay, that's how they got started. They started the guy that bought it. He started Mr. Handy. So there you go. Okay, they're probably a $200 million company. So that gives you an idea what you can do. Okay, so the next thing you learn SEO. You got to learn. Even though you can hire companies to do it, you want to be familiar with everything you do in your business. Search engine optimization is going to be one of your most important facets of your business because that's how you're going to get. You want to get organic business as quickly as possible. Okay, and if you look at our website, if you ever go there, you'll start seeing. If you look at the view the source, you'll see that we have good SEO in there, and we're always improving it. I mean, it's not perfect. We're always trying to find ways to improve it. You gotta get be seen on Google, especially with the local. It says like plumbing, install a toilet in Atlanta, Georgia, for example. Or you put the top 10 toilet installers in Atlanta, Georgia, like that. That seems to be one of your best things. If you look at how Angie List does it, you can take a look, search for anything on there, and you'll see Angie's List and Yelp show up on top. That shows you. Look at Yelp does. You can search anything you want for a service, and you will see Yelp will be on top, and along with Angie List if it's a home service. Okay, so that gives you an idea. Whatever business you're going to do, you got to learn how to do that, because that's going to be your competition. And the sooner you get up there, the faster you're going to succeed. And then the other thing is the Google Maps thing. I call it Google Map. It's Google My Business, they call it. Google, it's called, I think, officially Google Places. You put an ad in there. You set up your profile with your website, and the customers go to it. Don't do the Google Local Services thing. That's going to cost you $100 a lead, and they're not going to let you have your website there, because they want to track your phone got answered. If it goes to voicemail, guess what? That counts. As soon as your phone gets answered, boom, you owe $100 to them. They're gonna take it out of your bank account. So don't do that. Okay, it's not a good way of doing it, because you're not getting the lead. You want the lead to come to your site and see your services and whatever you're doing, and buy the service or product, whatever you're selling. Okay. Now, initially, you might if you're selling a product they're not going to buy right away, you're probably going to want to give them more information on the product. So what you do is you have them opt in for email, send them a free. I'm going to give you a free ebook on the product. Okay, and they can learn about whatever you're selling. If it's a service, whatever you're doing, something unique. Maybe you're selling, you're selling lead generation or whatever. So you're going to give them a thing, the best way, how to get the best leads for your business. Boom! It's a free ebook. You get it for free. In order to get that, you got to give us your email address, and we'll send it to you. That's it. That's how you get the customers opting in. Now you have customers you can email, and keep sending them a series of emails that'll give them hints, more hints as you go along, and get them more to the point where they're going to buy little by little. You give them information in the first 2 emails. You always have a call to action, but you're not going to be promoting too much. You want to be doing more information giving, and you still have a call to action, but it's a little subtle. And then as you get to the 5th email, it's going to be more promotion. Okay, it's that kind of thing. And those are the kind of things they teach you how to do. It's like I said, you study your competitors, you're going to be amazing what you can do. Something different, like dog groomer. Say you're a dog groomer. Okay, maybe you have a mobile dog grooming thing. Maybe you do something nice. Maybe you put a little perfume on the dog or something. Something you do nice. You ask the customer like that, or you give them maybe a little tiny package of dog food. Okay, you give them a new dog food. You promote for other companies. Maybe there's if you go to Shark Tank, you can look at all the products. They have unique items for dogs. You can promote those. You can call those companies up, tell them, say, look, my name is so-and-so, I'm doing dog grooming in my area. And then you're giving them the idea too. They can offer things you can buy very cheaply, or they may even give you some samples. And then you basically give them that as a promotion. Oh, by the way, try this dog food. You're promoting that company's dog food, or whatever the product is. And you give it to them for free, and the customer's going to be so happy. I mean, you're going to charge a little bit more maybe than your competitors, because you want to let the customer know we do a better job. You're going to be better than your competition. You're going to do a much better job. You're going to ask the customer how you like the dog groomed, whatever, I don't want it too thick. You're going to ask the customers how you like things done. And you're going to do a little bit better job. You're going to give them the freebie at the end. Okay? That's going to it's going to get you a lot of brownies. And people are going to talk about that. Oh, yeah, you should go with, you should go with Betty's dog grooming, because she does this. She gave us a free sample dog food. Now we buy that product. It's so good. I mean, they're very good at what they do. I highly recommend them. Okay. The other thing you may want to do is you advertise for dog pet sitters. That's another thing you could do. You bring them business. Okay. And on your website, you can actually put for pet sitters out there, and then you line up about 10 or 20 pet sitters that are in your neighborhood, and you give them business. You send them business, and they can click and they can sign up with the pet sitter. They can actually send an email to the pet sitter, to walk your dog or whatever the case may be. And maybe you have the phone number of the pet sitter on there, or the email on the website. You see, you're helping them out. You're giving them business. what do you think they're going to do if they're already on these dog pet the rover.com is a pet sitter site? They're going to recommend you as a dog groomer. You see, what goes around comes around, and that's how you build your business up much quicker. And that's one example. Okay, again, I know this video is a little bit long, but like I said, it's amazing how mediocre most businesses are, and I want you to really engrave that in your head. Okay, it's not hard to be better than your competition. I'm going to be honest with you. 80% of companies are mediocre, and they're just there waiting for you to walk in the door. Okay, they don't do much of anything. That's why they suck. Okay, you can beat them easily. It's not hard to become much better than them. Okay, these are just ideas, and you got to get creative. And this is why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. I'm giving you examples. This is how you do it. That's how you make money. I think I gave you a lot of stuff. I'm going to be having ebooks downloads on. I'm going to be putting them out under the videos. I'm going to have a link to our site, and I'm going to have downloads. We have a lot of blogs on our site, and we're going to give you a link to those. I'm going to have links to all those based on this video. So, it may not be right away, but you'll start seeing that as time goes on. So come on back, rewatch the video if you need to, and then click on the link below to get to the blogs that describe what we're talking about here. It's going to have a lot more information in there, which will help you a lot. It's going to have links to how to find information on the lean startup method. I'm going to give you tips to how people have done it. Just a lot more information that's going to help you along the way. So you can do this easily. I used to go do the startup weekends. I went to a couple of them. I didn't like them as much because you have to build a team, and it's very hard to do on a Friday night to build a team because people, they don't know your idea. You got to be good at convincing them. You got to get out around and talk to them. I'm building. Maybe yell out to people, "Hey, I'm starting a dog grooming business. We're gonna franchise all over the country. I need a co-founder. Join me. I think you're gonna be happy. Are you into dog grooming?" Like that. You're gonna find maybe 2 women are in that. Maybe they're good at marketing. You see, if maybe you're a woman and you meet other women at these startup events, startup weekends. There's a lot of stuff like that. The other one, there's going to be these. They have accelerator programs. You can look at those. Some cost money. So in the Philippines, they had them for only $300. In the U.S., they're like $2,000, I think. But that might be a way to do it because they actually help you along to push your business along. Those are one of the best ways to do it because at the end of the program, toward the end of the program, they teach you how to raise money. They have you practice your elevator pitch. You practice your actual 7-minute demo, like what you want to call it, pitch, and you got to be concise because the bell rings and they're going to stop the bell at that point. So you got to be able to time it and do it over and over again and be within that time frame. So you got to get really good. You got to, if it's 7 minutes, you got to be able to finish your pitch in 6 minutes, and then ask the people for questions. Because once you finish the pitch, then the clock is stopped, and you can spend 10 minutes answering questions. And then the nice thing about it, if people like your idea, the investors do it. They're going to come over to your talk to you afterwards. They're going to want to chat with you, and that's what you want. You want them to come to you. So these are the kind of things that you can do as you scale. You got to get some traction first. Nobody's going to invest in your business, especially nowadays when money's tightening up. Investors are going to be they're much more frugal and tighter, and they're going to want more equity. So. And I'm going to have other videos on that in the future, okay? Thank you very much. Have a good week. Please subscribe to this video, to this channel, and like this video, please, because that'll help me to do more videos. That'll help you tremendously. Thank you.